We're going to take a look at Bitcoin versus gold. Cryptocurrencies have been up huge, and gold is drawing a lot of interest due to inflation increasing. Are these speculative or are they investments? And are they right for you? So stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching. This is Richard with Wisdom Investor. We're going to explore Bitcoin versus gold. Are these the right investments or are they the right speculative option for you? They've both been up big here recently. We're going to take a look at some of the pluses and minuses, and are these good investments for you? Are these good places to put your money? Let's first look at a long-term chart of gold. Back in 2001, the price of gold was about $300 per share. It rose to almost $2,000 per share in 2012, dipped back down to about $1,000 per share, and then since has gone back up to about $2,000 per share in 2020. Bitcoin in 2015 was about $250 per share, or Bitcoin, went up to as high as about 20,000, dipped back down to right around 3,000 in 2019, and then is back up to 11,500 in 2020. So it's a lot of volatility in Bitcoin, but you can see it's had some massive gains. Let's talk about the word Bitcoin for a moment. A lot of times Bitcoin is used interchangeably with cryptocurrency and blockchain. Blockchain is the technology that allows cryptocurrency to work. Cryptocurrency is a medium of exchange, much like the US dollar. And Bitcoin itself is a cryptocurrency. So many people will use the word Bitcoin in place of cryptocurrency. But to really understand, Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. We just looked at the price of Bitcoin, and here we are looking at it on a daily basis, and you can see it's up here around 11,593. Now keep in mind there's other cryptocurrencies. We're looking at the chart of Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency. You can see it's had some pretty massive gains here recently, going from $220 per share to $440 at the high. That's a 100% gain. And then we have Litecoin, which has had some nice gains also, going from about $44 to as high as $70. So these are other cryptocurrencies that are in the market and are highly used. LinkChain is also another cryptocurrency that's had some massive gains. It went from, let's call it $5 up to about $20 at the highs, about a 200% gain there. So those are some of the other types of cryptocurrencies, with Bitcoin perhaps being the most widely known. Now, when Bitcoin was first made public, there was a lot of skeptics, but as the price began to increase, it garnered a lot of attention. And then, of course, the price peaked out and the price dropped from 20,000 down to 3,000. But over the years, Bitcoin has continued to hang around, and it appears that the blockchain technology may be here to stay. Billionaire investor Mike Novogratz calls Bitcoin a better investment than gold. MicroStrategy, which is the largest independent publicly traded business intelligence company, adopts Bitcoin as primary treasury reserve asset. Fed partnering with MIT to develop hypothetical digital currency. Now the Fed is currently injecting trillions of dollars into our financial system. So many investors are seeing gold or gold stocks as a place to be. So who's buying gold and who's buying Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? Here's an article that says, young investors have flooded into Bitcoin during the pandemic, while the older generation can't get enough of gold, a team of JP Morgan analysts said. So who are some of the key players in the cryptocurrency landscape? Institutional investors like Harvard Endowment Fund is using this. Banks and finance, JP Morgan, Fidelity Investments are developing cryptocurrency and blockchain to be used in their businesses. Private actors or like IBM and Microsoft are helping in the development of this. Central banks like Sweden, Saudi Arabia, China are developing cryptocurrencies. Here's a chart here. Who accepts Bitcoin as payment method? Lists here about 120 different stores. Subway here. We got AT&T, Dish, PayPal, Intuit, Overstock.com, various software and hardware manufacturers, clothing and handbag manufacturers, gambling, gaming is taking advantage of this. So there's more and more companies utilizing cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and the blockchain technology. Why would you even want to take a chance in something that's really unproven at this time but growing with interest? Well, for one, here's a cryptocurrency link chain. It went from about $5 to $20 back down to about $15. These are some pretty massive gains that catches almost anyone's attention. Here's another cryptocurrency, Ethereum. It goes from $220 to $440. That's a 100% gain. It's dropped down to around 400 at this point. But these types of gains are certainly something you want to pay attention to, especially if you're starting to see companies get involved with this blockchain technology and start to adopt its usage. Let's take a look at some pros and cons of gold and Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Gold, for example, is no one's making any more of it. It's easy to coin, yet lasts forever. It's difficult to counterfeit. So gold comes out of the ground. It's something physical that you can hold in your hand, and it's a real object. So back to our question, is gold an investment or is it speculation? Well, the first thing about gold is it's a precious metal. It's found in the ground. It's a hard asset. It's something you can touch, feel, and look at. Now, is there speculation involved with gold? There is some form of speculation with gold. Usually you buy gold in anticipation of maybe a disaster or the economy going down the tubes or inflation. However, there are real companies that are regulated and invest in gold and mine it for a profit. For example, the gold miners. We're looking at the Newmont mining stock. So this is a company that is making money. Now, gold is in limited supply. Most of the gold, at least what miners are saying, has been found. So there is some limitation to gold. So the fact that gold may be limited, therefore it may be in more demand, therefore causing the price to go up. But there are real companies that are mining gold for a profit that you can invest in, such as Barrick Gold, and we talked about Warren Buffett investing in Barrick Gold. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is it speculative or is it investment? As for the investment side of things, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is becoming more popular. It's being used for payments, value storage. Utility companies are using it, and it's used for all types of transaction. As far as speculation, yes, there's a lot of speculation. There's estimate of over 50% of the money going into Bitcoin cryptocurrencies is speculation. But we do see more and more companies taking a foothold and using it in transaction. One of the biggest concerns right now with Bitcoin cryptocurrency is the fact that it is on the internet. There is still some possibilities of hacking into your account, so you want to be very, very careful on how much money you invest and make sure that you're using a brokerage that is insured. This article here goes on to say, because Bitcoin is on the internet, they are even easier to steal and much harder to return and trace. Bitcoin itself is secure, but Bitcoins are only as secure as the wallet storing them. Investing in Bitcoin is no joke, and securing your investment should be your top priority. I think one of the biggest concerns in buying gold is make sure you buy it at the right time. It's better to buy this on a pullback versus buying at the top of the market when everybody's excited about it. As far as buying Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, the best time to buy it is after it's moved back down to the lows. In other words, buy low, sell high. Don't let all the market excitement get you involved at the top of the market, because you could easily lose quite a bit of it. So Bitcoin versus gold. Bitcoin has the potential to have superior gains, I think, over gold. However, gold is a asset, it's a precious metal, it's right out of the ground. I think it's a safer investment at this time. If I was going to be buying Bitcoin, let's say I was going to invest $1,000, I would buy low. After this is doubled or maybe tripled, I would either take all of my money out or at least take my original investment out. As far as thinking of Bitcoin as a long-term investment, it's really hard to do that because there's massive volatility in Bitcoin. Now gold, again, gold can be volatile and you want to buy low and sell high. As far as speculation, Bitcoin does have a lot of speculation in it, but I think you can turn it into an investment if you pick the right cryptocurrency to invest in and buy at the right time. Buy low, sell high. Gold can be speculative also. Many people put 5 or 10% of gold into their portfolios just in case that big whatever should happen. So I want to thank you for watching this Bitcoin versus gold video. Stay tuned for future videos on Bitcoin and gold.